As a little girl, I was absolutely fascinated with Pokemon. As I became an adult, I also grew a fascination for true crime, paranormal, and all things creepy spooky. Did you know that Pokemon has a creepy spooky side as well? And some of that creepy information can be found right in your Pokedex. This is CreepyMon, a new series here on the channel. We are a few episodes in now, but it's still pretty new. This is hosted by myself and Genji the Gengar. We talk about creepy Pokemon, such as this guy himself, the shadow Pokemon Gengar. We will also cover spooky Pokemon lore and myths that you may not have heard about. Today, we are discussing the adorable nightmare itself, Mimikyu, the disguise Pokemon. Mimikyu was introduced in the Alolan region in Generation 7 of Pokemon, and it was actually voted the most popular Pokemon of Generation 7 of all time. Mimikyu is a ghost and fairy type, the only one of its kind, and it has only two weaknesses: Ghost and Steel. If you are a Pokemon fan, you will be very familiar with the fact that the Pokemon Company loves to throw new variations of Pikachu into every single generation, and Mimikyu was their attempt at doing that in Generation 7. The disguise that Mimikyu wears is intended to disguise it into being a Pikachu so that people will think that it's cute and friendly and will want to be friends with it. However, it is hiding a very ghostly form underneath that cute little disguise. Throughout Pokemon, whether it be games or the anime, we never see Mimikyu's actual body. It's always hidden under that disguise. However, there are a few parts that are visible to us. The bottom part, which kind of looks like a bunch of spikes down there at the bottom, is its body. You can also see its two little black eyes poking through the disguise, those two little holes. When Mimikyu attacks, there is a long clawed hand-like appendage that extends from underneath the disguise, which looks absolutely terrifying. There is no fully documented version or explanation of what Mimikyu looks like under its disguise. There have been a few people that supposedly have seen underneath its disguise. However, the Pokedex informs us that none of those people are still alive. Anyone that has claimed to have seen what is hiding underneath Mimikyu's cute little Pikachu disguise has mysteriously died through the night. Didn't even make it to the next day. It is said that the people that have claimed to see what's under Mimikyu's disguise experienced unspeakable terror and were basically frightened to death. Mimikyu is extremely attached to its disguise. It clings onto it like a safety blanket. It is afraid of being alone and it wants to make friends. So it wears the cute disguise to lure people in to being friends with it. If Mimikyu's disguise is damaged, which happens anytime you attack Mimikyu in the game, because it always absorbs the first attack and allows its disguise to be broken, which then is dubbed as the busted form of Mimikyu, which, fun fact, there are two different Pokedex entries for the disguise form and the busted form of Mimikyu in every generation that it appears in, which is only a few. Now, here is a scary part for anyone that has battled a Mimikyu. You now have an eternal grudge against you from Mimikyu. Mimikyu holds an eternal grudge, and I do mean that seriously, because it will never forget the person that damaged its disguise for the rest of its life. And not only that, it will spend the rest of its life trying to come after you. It is said that anyone who attempts to remove Mimikyu's disguise evokes an extremely violent reaction from Mimikyu, and they will lash out in any way possible to get you away from its disguise so that you can't see what's underneath it and take its precious rag. In the event that its disguise is damaged pretty badly, it will literally spend all night trying to repair it. And not only that, it will cry the whole time because it's sad, because its disguise was messed up. How sad is that? That makes me never want to battle another Mimikyu in my life. Mimikyu is the only Pokemon with the Z move Let's Snuggle Forever, which comes about in Generation 7, where Z moves were the special dynamic added into that game. Mimikyu also uses this move in Super Smash Bros., where you can summon a Mimikyu using the Pokeball item on the field. When Mimikyu appears from the Pokeball item, it will attack any enemy that gets close to it with the Let's Snuggle Forever Z move attack. It will grab the opponent and basically snuggle it to death. If the opponent that Mimikyu attacks in Super Smash Bros. Is at 90% damage or more, it will be instantly knocked out by the Z move Let's Snuggle Forever. Mimikyu is a feisty, vindictive, grudge-holding little entity, and we see that portrayed in the anime, where it gets extremely angry at Ash and Pikachu whenever Ash is trying to battle and catch it. When Mimikyu sees Pikachu, it is completely enraged. After the fight, it is actually united with Team Rocket, where it becomes a partner of Jessie. So not only did Ash fail to catch Mimikyu, but now Ash has to spend the rest of his time in Alola battling against the Pokemon that got away and holds a grudge against him and his partner Pikachu. Poor Ash. Mimikyu is a cutie, but it is also a nightmarish Pokemon that you never want to provoke, and you never want to mess with its disguise. Personally, I love Mimikyu. I am all about the creepy cute things, and Mimikyu absolutely falls into that description. It is one of my favorite fairy types just because of how cute it is and how ghostly creepy it is, and it can also be pretty lethal if you run it correctly. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of CreepyMon. I hope you learned something interesting about Mimikyu, the disguised Pokemon. If you want to support me here on the channel, you can start by liking this video before you go. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here or you just have not done that. Make sure you check, because you could be watching my videos and not even be subscribed. Why are you not subscribed? It's free. Hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy my content, you can also hit the notification bell so you will get notified every single time I post something new here to the channel for you to enjoy. Don't forget to go check out the other content that I have posted here. I do post a lot more Pokemon content if you are interested in that. Genji and I will haunt you on the next episode of CreepyMon.